Good day everyone and welcome to today's building technology class. In our previous classes we discussed on drainage system, and we said drainage is the removal of what liquid and solid waste from their point of generation to a safer place. Alright, so from there on we made mention of several terminologies used in drainage works. So we made mention of the inspection chamber. Then I said inspection chamber is where maintenance is being carried out in the underground drain pipe. Alright, so we made mention of the soakaway pits, the septic tank, and the cesspool. Then I actually explained the differences of those three terminologies. All right. So then lastly, we also made mention of the systems. Uh, we also made mention of systems of drainage. All right. So we said we have the one pipe or combined system, and we also have the two pipe or separate system. All right. So which I am very sure I also explained that also. So generally today we'll be looking into a new topic, which is plumbing installation. All right, so plumbing is all about the installation and maintenance of pipe work. So the person doing the work is known as a plumber. Yeah, the person doing the work is known as a plumber. All right, so we have several fittings in plumbing and sanitary works. All right, so sanitary work involves the fixing and maintenance of sanitary wares and pipes. Yeah, the sanitary wares or appliances are apparatus through which the sewage enters the drainage system. So examples are the water closet, the wash basin, urinal, bidet, bath, and sink. So these are the sanitary appliances through which your waste product are being conveyed, yeah, to the drainage system. All right, so also we have the plumbing work. Plumbing work involves both the sanitary work and the water supply. Yeah, so a plumber performs double function. That is, he just has to work on sanitary appliances and also what has to work on water supplying appliances. So because they all include what pipe works and what and fittings. All right, so therefore the fittings in plumbing are the fittings in both sanitary work and water supply. So from there we go to our fittings in sanitary works. So the very first one there is what this is the sanitary appliances. All right, the sanitary appliances, so I explained them up over there. Right, so that is that. So we also have the traps. In our last class I said traps are devices that prevent the passage of substances through them. All right, so a very good example of that, I think this picture is going to actually explain it all. Yeah, this picture is going to explain it all. So this area where my arrow is, all right, that is water content being held in this particular area. All right, so this particular object is mainly found, yeah, this is a sample of a water closet. All right, so by the time you defecate inside the water closet and you flush the contents of, so this particular area, water, some amount of water, clean water to be precise, are being held in this area. So whereas foul water coming from the bottom, yeah, from the bottom here, coming here won't be able to pass through this water. They will meet this water on the way. So as a result of that, there won't be foul smell in the entire building. So then I also told you that we have several types of trap. All right, so the P, Q, and the S trap. So that is that about that. All right, so we have the pipes. So pipe is also part of fittings bearing. So we also have the gillies. All right, the gillies or the gilly traps. So gilly traps are mostly placed in bathrooms or on the floor. Yeah, on the floor. All right, so they help to drain off water. So, yeah, so if you have a standard building, you understand, so you will have seen something like this. So yeah, only this particular area you can see the labeling here, flow level is actually shown. You see something like a net like that. Right, all of this area are being buried underground. Yeah, the whole of this area are being buried underground. Likewise in this area, so the whole of this area are being buried underground. So only this part and this part are the ones you are going to see, and they are usually flushed, yeah, to the floor level. They are usually flushed to the floor level. So by the time you take your bait, so the waters coming from there just enters this area and are being transferred to a safer place. All right, so then we move to fittings in water supply. So the very first one we'll be looking here is the overhead tank. I'm very sure we all know what an overhead tank is, right? Usually placed outside of the building. Yeah, usually placed outside of the building, and its primary function is to store water. All right, so if you actually go into more details, we have water supply system. You have direct water supply system and you have the indirect water supply system. So an overhead tank is a means of an indirect water supply system, yeah, because water comes from the well, then you store them in the tank so that in case there is outage of electricity, so you can still continue using water. So but if you actually using the direct supply system, which is directly from the well or from the river, then when there is no light, there won't be any pump that is going to what pump the water into the building. All right. So and one thing about this overhead tank is, so the higher the tank is from the draw point, then the higher the pressure. All right. So that is that about that. You can actually practicalize this by maybe looking for a. So also we have the water cisterns. Yeah, water cisterns. Water cisterns are also known as tanks, but in this case I'm referring to the cistern attached to your WC, the cistern attached to your WC. All right. So this is a very good picture of that. All right. And this is how it actually operates. So I think the picture, the note, and this motion picture actually explains it all. Yeah, it explains it all. So you can see we have the float ball. All right, the float ball, we have the float rod, we have the siphon. All right, so by the time you press the handle downward, so the siphon area, the piston opens and the water comes to your WC and flushes up the devices or whatever you've actually deposited therein. So by the time the water comes out, the tank is empty. And take a look at this particular area, take a look at this area. All right, that's your inlet tube, and you have your inlet valve there. So by the time the water comes out, the water is drained out. So this ball actually controls the opening of that inlet valve. Right, by the time the ball is down, so water starts coming in. So by the time uh float ball, all right, so by the time the water is coming in, it begins to move the float ball upwards. So by the time the float ball moves upward, then this particular ball float ball, yeah, maybe reaches a level here. So this particular area will have closed this particular inlet valve, which is going to stop the flow of water entering. So until this particular mechanism comes down, then water won't be able to enter. So basically I'm going to say this float ball or the ball valve, yeah, it is called a float ball or the ball valve. All right, so this ball valve or this float ball actually controls the flow of water into this cistern. All right, it controls the flow of water into this cistern. So that is that about that. So I also have the pipes. All right, so in every plumbing installation we usually have a pipe. All right, so pipe are the ones that allows the passage of the content which we want to transfer. Then we have the connectors or couplers. So this is a very good picture of that. We have the 45-degree elbow, we have the T joints, we have the 90-degree elbow, among others. All right, so these are couplers. So they are used, some are used to navigate bend, some are used to attach pipes so as to have a desired length, among others. All right, so that is that about that. So we also have the valve. All right, we have the valve just like a tap. So valve and tap performs basically almost the same function. All right, so valve is one connecting one pipe with the other pipe and control the flow of water, yeah, in the pipeline. So that's just that. While a tap is used to acquire water at the drop off point. So these are several types of valve. All right, we have the gate valve, we have the ball valve, among others. So then the tap is fixed. This is fixed at an end of the pipe to control the withdrawal of water from that pipe. Yeah, so these are several pictures showing different kinds of tap. All right, so that is that about that. So from there we move to plumbing tools. All right, so these are several tools used by plumbers. They make use of the wrench, the plier, the locking grip, the tubing cutters, among others. All right, so that's just it. You can actually make more research on them and know their function. So I'm going to end today's class here. See you guys next week. Thank you.